So we can call the meeting to order. This is the August 27th, 2025 River Edge Municipal Land Use Board meeting. This meeting, the Municipal Land Use Board of the Borough of River Edge, is being held remotely and recorded via Zoom due to Borough Council Chambers unavailability, and is in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act and associated regulations. Notice of this remote meeting was published in the Bergen Record, posted on the front doors of Borough Hall, and posted on the borough's website. The notice included the dial-in login information necessary for public participation and access to this meeting remotely. A copy of the agenda for this meeting was made available on the borough's website near the posting of the meeting notice and included the dial-in login information. During the public comment period of this meeting, if you would like to make a public comment, please press the raise hand button on Zoom or dial *9 on your telephone keypad to raise your hand. The board will address you by name or by the last four digits of your telephone number. You may mute and unmute yourself by pressing the microphone icon on Zoom or dialing *6 on your telephone keypad. You must state your name and address prior to making a public comment. I do want to kind of assert some executive privilege here on two items, if we can, because there may be a large number of people who are panelists and may want to participate in the 55 Kinnecamack Block 208 Lot 12 food handlers approval. I want to move the HVAC discussion until after that because we have so many participants. I don't want to have to call that many people back in the future. Second thing I want to do is put a 10 o'clock curfew in case it does go that long. Hopefully it won't. That being said, Marina, could you take the roll?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Here.
Mr. Caslin is excused tonight. Ms. Boland? Here. Mr. Cray?
Here.
Mr. Kanigo?
Here.
Mr. Pfeffer?
Here.
Mr. Gibbons?
Here.
Mr. Gautier is excused tonight. Councilman Glass? I see his name, but I think he might be having some technical difficulties. I saw him come in and out of the meeting. So we'll just hold on. Councilman. Oh, there he is. So he's here. Councilman Glass, can you hear us?
I can, yeah, sorry, I was having difficulties. I'm here.
Thank you. Mr. Salva?
Here.
And we have our newest member, Ms. Levine. Oh, you're on mute.
You are muted.
I'm here.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
Also present, we have our board planner, Mr. Behrens, and our board engineer, Mr. Costa.
Mr. Detkin is trying to log in. He's having difficulties.
Okay.
He's trying again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Guess we can proceed. The first order of business is to swear in our new member, Tracy Levine. So, Rena, if you'd like to do the honors.
Yes, if you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Tracy Levine,
I, Tracy Levine,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of the office of alternate member number 2
alternate member number 2
of the Borough of River Edge Municipal Land Use Board
of the Borough of River Edge Municipal Land Use Board
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, welcome, and hopefully you'll never regret it.
Welcome aboard.
I'm sure I won't.
Okay, wonderful. The next order of business is to approve the minutes from the 8:13 meeting if they're available.
The
Oh.
provided prior to the meeting
I'm sorry, I don't know if it was
and
me or you. but
circulated to the board. Uh-oh.
Am I
Hmm.
transmitting?
Am I back now?
I'm not sure who locked up, whether it was Marina or me. Was that you?
I think it was me. But we did receive the August 13th minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
I move to approve.
Yeah, you're going in and out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, so the meeting, so the minutes have been distributed for review. Board members, any edits, changes, issues, concerns on the meetings, on the minutes that you've reviewed for the 8:13 meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, Mr. Gibbons. Approved. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second, I missed who that was.
that was
Was it-
Mr. Kanigo.
Yes.
Mr. Kanigo, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstain?
I wasn't at the meeting on the 13th,
Abstain.
so I'll abstain.
Yeah, so Ms. Boland, Mr. Pfeffer, Councilman Glass, Mr. Salva, and Ms. Levine are all abstentions.
Right.
Everyone else.
Okay, that
All
being
right, so the
said,
motion passes.
motion passes. Wonderful. Next on the agenda is the memorialization for Ernesto Martinez, 885 Park Avenue, Block 208, Lot 12.
That was not available yet, so we'll have to push that one to the next meeting.
Okay, well then we are on to the completeness review for the KCK Bagel Shop at 55 Kindercamack Road, Block 208, Lot 12. That's an interesting thing. I'm looking at the address that's listed for Ernesto Martinez, and it's got the same block and lot number.
It's, Mr. Chairman, it's block 1413, lot 5.
Okay, it looks like a cut and paste
Where,
issue. Okay. Okay, so we are looking to do a completion review for the KCK Bagel Shop. Mr. Barrett, you want to?
Yes,
Well, I'm sorry. First, let me check with our professionals. Ms. Steinley, the notice, proper notice was sent out, etc.
Yes, I reviewed the proof submitted by by the applicant's counsel and found them to be sufficient.
Okay. Mr. Barrett.
Good evening. Yeah, so the application is really for proposed change in tenancy for one of the tenant spaces in an existing building. So the applicants provided a copy of the existing property survey showing existing conditions as well as the proposed floor plans for both spaces within the building. And based on our review of all the materials submitted, we believe the application can proceed this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Behrens. Mr. Costa, any? Did we lose him? Oh, there he is.
So it's up to the board, but I would move it into public.
Okay. Anyone on the board have any concerns, questions regarding this, the completeness for the application?
And Mr. Cray, Mr. Depkin is here now as well.
Oh, he is. I'm sorry, Mr. Okay, Mr. Depkin, any commentary on the application?
No, I agree with the other professionals. Thank you. Sorry for my delay.
Okay. Can this be a voice vote, Ms. Donnelly, or is it?
We usually do a roll call vote.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to accept completeness.
Mr. Gibbons, thank you. Second?
Second.
It sounds like Mr. Kenigo again. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Meyer,
Yes.
Ms. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Kenigo,
Yes.
Pfeffer,
Yes.
Mr. Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilman Glass,
Yes.
Mr. Salva,
Yes.
and Ms. Levine.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes.
Okay, wonderful. And as we're moving right along, that takes care of there being no old business. We can move right into the review for the KCK Bagel Shop at 55 Kendrick Road, whatever the block and lot number you quoted was, Mr. Barrett.
1413 lot 5.
Okay. You ready to proceed?
Yes, sir. First, I'd just like to clarify, the subject property was used as a laundromat and as a dry cleaner. The application inadvertently stated that it was the laundromat use that was being discontinued. It's actually the dry cleaning use, the north side of the building, that has been discontinued. The laundromat's going to continue. We're going to have testimony from Mr. Imperato as to that fact, and then from Mr. Norell, to talk about the operations of both businesses, so that the board would be comfortable with the site, with the number of parking spaces that are provided, as well as there'll be other testimony as to other parking that's available. But I just wanted to clarify the point that laundromat is staying.
Okay.
And it's a simple application. We're in front of the board because of the need for my client to obtain a food handler's license. He wants to open a bagel store, and he'll tell you all about that. I mentioned to Ms. Donnelly before, I've submitted a copy of the 1993 resolution, which approved this site for the laundry and the dry cleaner, and granted a number of variances, parking in the front yard, and in the rear and side buffer areas, etc. But at this point, I'd like to call upon the owner of the property, Mr. Imperato, and he's also operates the laundromat. Do you want to, Ms. Donnelly, do you want to swear everybody in at once, or do you want to do it one at a time?
I think I'll have to just do it as necessary, one at a time.
Surely, no problem.
All right, Mr. Imperato, if you please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right,
So-
and then we'll just need your address and your relationship to your company's the owner of the property.
Yes.
So if you just provide your address for the record.
Paul Imperato, 191 Linwood Avenue, Township of Washington, New Jersey. Hello, all.
Hello.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Imperato, how long have you owned the property?
2008.
Okay, and
No, I'm sorry, 1998, I believe it was, 1998.
okay. And you're familiar with its operation. Do you actually own the laundromat? Or do you have someone?
I own the building, and we purchased the property from Laddie and Cesar Izega, who operated the laundromat and also the dry cleaning, and back in the late 90s. And we've operated out of there since, but early 2000s, we actually went over we sold the business, and it was operating as the same in kind through just pretty much through COVID, when business really struck down. So at that time, in the last year or so, we've been slowing down with the dry cleaning business, and we've been just pretty much operating a wash and fold, come on, a little bit of a commercial wash and fold business, and kind of letting the dry cleaner side kind of just completely not operate anymore.
So if the board sees fit to approve this application, how will the laundromat be operated? In other words, what'll be the hours?
So the building has always been set up for two businesses. If people remember, it was actually the first Let It Grow official office outside when I moved out of my mother's house on Park Avenue. But it was a very small half, and then Laddie and Cesar had the where the middle of the building is, and all the washers and dryers. So there would be a wall separated the two pieces, which was taken down a long time ago, and it would just be pretty much a square 1,200 square foot space where all the plumbing has been existing, and the washers and dryers go back to the same quantity that was approved back in 1993. So nothing has changed on that, except that will be just it itself, a smaller space operating just as a laundromat. And the laundromat right now has developed a good commercial following. It's a pickup and delivery, and that's pretty much what's been hanging us on. We have a bunch of ambulance companies that we pick up, and plus a bunch of residentials and some commercial stuff up and down, but it's strictly wash and fold. And it's, I would say 80% of the business right now is drop off and pick up. Delivery service, 20% being a drop off and pick up. The hours, we would probably mimic the hours that have been going on, which was 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But most of the commercial work is being done in the morning, and it's been known that the laundromat gets busy after 4 o'clock. And generally, it has the same flow of customers it had for the last umpteen years. And like I said, the volume and the revenue is withheld within more of a delivery service.
And how many employees are there?
One.
And again, I believe what you just stated, and I just want to confirm this. The retail customer, you don't have many of them until later in the day? That's been the pattern?
Yeah, it's never business that you went out and grabbed customers and operated out of the store. So there's a big laundromat right down the block. So that takes a lot of the business. It's open 24 hours. We're not looking to do any of that. It's just going to be as low key as it's been for all these years, but much smaller space.
And based on your observations, have there ever been any parking issues?
No. I wanted to add, there is two employees. There's one full-time is 30 hours, but there is also a young man that has a dual role at Let It Grow, and he's also supplying the management of Clothesline, the laundromat.
I see. Okay. Now, have you had the opportunity to review the reports of both Mr. Behrens and Mr. Costa?
Me?
Yes, I sent
I
them
have
to you.
not.
All
No,
right.
I have not. I'm sorry
There's some
about that.
well, there are some questions, and I think you're the one who can better answer them than Mr.
I think
Norell.
so.
So I'll ask you, if I may. So on Mr. Costa's report, you wanted to know whether there are any facade improvements that are going to be made.
No,
Okay, and are you aware whether or not there are any easements or covenants or deed restrictions on the property?
no,
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, the utilities are there are more than adequate both for the laundromat and for the proposed use?
yeah, you have 600 amp. It's a lot. Back in the day, Caesar was doing his own dry cleaning, and we've performed the full cleanup, and actually we've gotten full bill of health from the DEP as well. So there was a significant cleanup going on there, but
Okay.
that was a long time ago.
And do you anticipate the installation of any additional exterior lighting?
No, there's everything that was approved way back when is still there, and it lights up there's plenty of lighting. The two signs were always for two businesses, so
Mhm.
those are staying, those are illuminated. There's soffit lights that wrap around the building that create light for the walkways and the beginning of the parking. There is a large it loads up from the south side covering into Mike's Auto Body there, Mike's Repair Shop. And then there is one that pretty much floods out into Ackerson. And then there's a spotlight that goes on and a camera by the dumpster area.
Okay.
So is that is adequate, and there was landscape lighting at one time.
Okay. And do you anticipate any additional landscaping?
It's pretty full landscaped.
Okay.
You know, so, actually looks very nice. I saw it, looks good. We pulled the weeds.
Let me just see if there's anything else for you. At this moment, I do not have any further questions of Mr. Imparato.
Okay. Well, then let's start with our
Thank
professionals.
you, Tom.
Mr. Behrens.
Good evening. I'm just running through my my memo just to see if there's any pertinent questions for Mr. Imparato. I don't think I have anything for him, so thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Got
Mr. Costa.
Chairman, I think the only thing on this is probably the parking, and I guess, I don't know, Tom, who's going to talk about that, whether it's adequate time of, I guess once we get into what's actually going to be going on there.
Yeah, and
And then
Mr.
figure that out. That
Mr.
would be
Norell
about
has
it.
some comments to make about that and the availability of off-street parking, et cetera.
Right. That would be it. And again, if they're gonna bake on premises, obviously any food establishment, depending on what they're doing there as far as grease trap, stuff like that. And again, I don't want to
Well-
take Steve's thunder. He's in the bottom center of the screen.
Well,
That would be it.
I was,
Thank you.
I was gonna ask our architect about that when we get there.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Mr. Depkin.
Yes, thank you. My main concern mimics Mr. Costa's on the parking. Bagel shops tend to get a little bit busy. They're in and they're out. I noticed that there's no parking along the street, and there's only 4 spaces in the parking area. Were there any plans to redesign that?
Well, there's actually 10 spots on site, and Mr. Norell is going to testify that before 9 a.m. parking is allowed on Ackerson.
Okay.
And also he's going to testify, I'm taking all your testimony, Mr. Norell, that for he and his employees, he's purchasing parking permits across the street in the commuter lot, that they are available. He's made inquiries. So the spaces that are there are going to be strictly for customers. And he's going to also talk about delivery, et cetera. So I think the board will be satisfied that there will not be any parking issues on site.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett. That's fine. Proposing any new signage, you'll need to get approval for that.
Our architect's going to show,
Okay,
Mr. Imbarato's, the clothesline is keeping one sign and the other sign will be for the bagel store. No
Thank you, Mr.
changes, no changes to those signs that are there.
okay.
Okay.
That's all I have, Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Deckman. Let's move to the board. Mayor Papaleo, any questions, comments?
No questions at this time. I'll be interested in hearing testimony on the questions that Mr. Costa has put in his memo, Mr. Bering has put in his.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Ms. Boland?
No comment.
Mr. Pfeffer?
Yeah, I'm also just going to reserve till all the witnesses are done, and then I'll have questions. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Kanigo?
Same, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Glass?
Yeah, I don't know if this is whenever appropriate. My only question right now is, if I understand this correctly, a former dry cleaning space is now going to be used for a bagel shop. So I'm just wondering if there were any regulatory requirements about the change in use related to environmental concerns, and if those have been fulfilled. But that can be answered by whoever is the appropriate person and whenever.
Right.
But is my understanding correct about the change
Yes.
in use? Because there was just a lot of conversation about a laundromat.
Well,
But I think
correct.
we're talking about a bagel shop, right? That's being,
Right, the
That's gonna-
laundromat's going to remain, Councilman. It's
right, so
occupies
there's
the
no
southern-
change there, right? There's
That's
no
correct.
change there. Okay, so
And if I
it
could
was a
call,
former dry cleaning space and it's gonna be now occupied by a bagel shop, right?
correct.
Okay,
And
Go ahead.
Mr. Imperato, could you just tell the councilman again about the cleanup that took place and the approvals that you received?
I'm talking about the current change in use stuff, not a historic change in use.
To my knowledge, there's no requirements when the business closed to receive approval from anybody.
Well, Tom, when did when did the dry cleaner cease operation? Did that come before or after the environmental cleanup? I think that's the question.
What, may I answer that, please?
Yes,
Tom?
I'm sorry.
please.
Yes.
Thank you. The cleanup was done back in the early, probably mid to late 2000s. I don't have the exact dates, but the dry cleaners really just, the work has been outsourced. There has been no dry cleaning on premises since probably 2012. So it's been more of a outsource, there was no operations going on after that, and the cleanup was done well after that. And I don't have the exact dates, but it might even be earlier than that. I could produce a letter stating exactly the whole full breakdown, but it's fully cleaned. The monitoring wells have been removed, and the cease of operation of the original dry cleaning when it was being done in the on premises is in the 2000s.
And cleanup took place after that.
Well, yeah, right after that. Yeah. Well, actually during, yeah, I mean,
So there was no actual dry cleaning done after you received the approval for the cleanup that you performed.
that's correct.
Thank you.
That's great. You know what? I meant to lead with that question, so thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman. Mr. Gibbons?
No, nothing right now. Thanks.
Okay. Mr. Salva?
No questions, thank you.
And Ms. Levine. You're muted.
Not at this time.
Okay, wonderful. Mr. Barrett, you want to?
Move on? Yes, I'd
Okay.
like to call upon our architect, Mr. Folletti.
Ms. Stanley, could you swear in Mr. Folletti?
Yes, if you please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And Mr. Folletti, could you please state your name and address for the record?
Victor Folletti, 143 Terrace Street, Haworth, New Jersey.
And Mr. Folletti, could you share your professional credentials with the board, please?
Sure. I have a bachelor's degree in architecture since 1992. I currently hold registered architect license, New York, New Jersey, and the state of Connecticut. And I've been in front of this board before.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does the board have any questions on Mr. Folletti's qualifications?
None.
All right, I think you're good to go.
Thank you. So, Ms. Folletti, could you describe to the board the renovations that are being planned for the northerly portion of the building?
Sure. I'd like to share the screen for a minute so that I can put up the plan. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this has been submitted, Marina, so I don't know if we need to mark it.
No, just confirm the date of this version so then we can make sure that that's the same. I
Sure.
have last revised 8/13/25.
That is correct. This is the same plan.
Okay. All right.
So everybody can see the plan. This is a proposed condition, what the layout will be after the renovations. It shows on the left side the portion of the laundromat that is going to remain. The washing machines are existing. The one toilet for that facility is existing and will remain. The dark line of the wall here is the new partition that will be erected, creating the two separate spaces. The plan continues to show all of the counters and equipment that the bagel shop will have installed. It does show the unit square footage breakdown of both spaces, as well as a shared mechanical room in this area here. The remaining portion, including this toilet, will all be for the bagel store.
Okay. You heard Mr. Costa raise a concern. Will there be a grease trap?
There will. Yes, there will.
And so that'll be submitted to the building department when you apply for your building permit.
Yes, that will be submitted with all of the other requirements for this facility to meet all of the code.
And there was an inquiry whether or not there are going to be any new roof-mounted mechanical equipment.
At this time, the mechanical equipment, as I understand, is going to remain. There may need to be some replacement. There may need to be some exhaust fans for some of the equipment that is going to be installed, but that would be it.
Okay. And do you know where they'd be located approximately?
They'll approximately be located in this area where the bagel machines are and where the proofers are, number 4 and 5.
Okay, so that's the rear of the building.
The rear of the building, correct.
Okay. And do you have a sketch of the proposed sign?
I do.
That,
So this this is a photo with a little bit of editing showing the existing clothesline sign and the proposed KCK Bagels Plus. It kind of toggles back between this is existing. We're using the same sign, same structure for the sign, same lighting, just changing the graphics, and it kind of toggles
So-
back. No change.
I'm gonna mark this as Exhibit A1. And this was prepared by you, Mr. Folletti?
Yes, this was prepared by myself.
All right, and I'm just gonna give it today's date.
Sure.
And it's two sheets.
Two 8.5 by 11 sheets, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Let me see. I believe that that's all I have for Mr. Folletti.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go to our professionals. Mr. Behrens, you want to start?
I don't know if I have any questions per se, as the floor plans sort of speak for themselves. Well, I guess I do have a few questions. I retract that. Mr. Folletti, will there be any roof mounted equipment that would be necessary for the bagel store?
Only some exhaust fans in the back area here. We anticipate, and the mechanical equipment that's there for HVAC is going to be adapted for this use. But I believe everything that's existing will be reused.
How tall would you say that equipment would be? At least the new vents and so forth.
I can't see it being more than 3 feet above the roof.
All right, the question is whether or not it would warrant screening. But you're saying it's sort of in the middle back of the building?
Correct, near 2, 4, and 5 in this area.
All right, and would be a maximum about 3 feet in height,
That's correct.
approximately? Okay.
Yes.
While you have this up, what wasn't clear to me on the survey, which is sort of acting like a site plan in this case, is the location of the dumpster. Just to
I
be
can pull-
clear,
I can pull up the survey if that you want to see that.
yeah, why don't you walk us through that? Maybe you could answer some of
Sure.
my questions.
Let me just see what we get to it here. Okay. Everyone see that?
Yeah, and maybe I would suggest that if no one else is going to walk the board through it, if you might be able to just orient us as far as the building, parking, dumpster, et cetera.
Is that okay, Tom? I'll walk
Yeah,
them
we
through
have an engineer, but Mr.
Oh, you do?
Folletti
Okay,
can
all
do
right.
it. No, but no,
All right,
Mr.
if you have an
Mr.
engineer,
Folletti's
yeah.
familiar, so
Yep. So,
And I'm
So-
sorry, this was previously provided, yes,
yes,
but okay, this is just colored, the printed.
right. And this shows the additional properties, that's all. The one that was submitted is
Okay.
strictly a survey of this property, prepared by the Burton firm.
All right, I'm gonna mark this Exhibit A2.
Okay, thank you.
Could you just describe it, Mr. Folletti, and with the date and who prepared it?
sure.
This is Burton.
Okay, yeah, it's Burton Engineering. This is dated March 29, 2017. Looks like that's the latest date.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is showing the one-story retail building, clothesline, number 5 Kinderkamack Road. Here, there are 2 access points, one on Ackerson here, accessing 4 parking spaces, and an access on Kinderkamack Road, accessing 6 parking spaces in this asphalt parking lot. The rear of the building that we were looking at is generally right here under the dimensions of the property. And the front of the building, where concrete sidewalk is shown, is the front of the building as referenced in my plan.
And that front's on Kinderkamack Road.
Front's on Kinderkamack Road, correct.
So the photo that you took, A1 with the
Yep.
signs, that was taken and your back was to Kinderkamack when that photo was taken.
That is correct.
And where are the dumpsters on this survey?
I'm not familiar with the location of the dumpsters. Maybe Paul can answer that.
Yeah, they would be on there's that little indentation along the property line right in there, and it's fenced off.
Right
Right in
there.
there, yeah. Yeah, there's a 1 yard dumpster right in there and it's fenced off. And you can see the fence.
Right here.
I guess one question would be just to confirm that that space is sufficient for the uses on site. I mean, that's in some respects a business decision, right? Just making sure that you have what you need. So just somebody just to nod there, say, yes, it's adequate.
Yes, very adequate.
All right. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Behrens. Mr. Costa.
Chairman, I mean, basically that's it. Obviously, there's tables shown on the photo that was just shown. I don't know if they're gonna have outdoor dining or whatever. So, I
No,
mean, the big things is obviously garbage pickup, and whether or not there's adequate parking. That's basically it.
we'll talk about the garbage. That Mr. Norell will testify as to that.
Okay, wonderful. Then moving on, Mr. Depkin.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Costa got me again. I see outdoor seating. If that is proposed or interior, that will be something that will need to be approved.
Correct. There's a separate section of the ordinance, but there's no intent to have outdoor seating, tables outside.
Yeah,
Or
this was an older photo.
With that photo, I'm sorry, with that
I'm
photo,
sorry.
there's tables and chairs there.
Yeah, it was an older photo and we were just using it to illustrate that there's no change in the signage. This is going back a while, this picture. It was just the clearest picture I could have without a truck or anything in the way, so that's what I used.
Does that outdate the photo on Google that has a round table that's seated out there?
It might. It depends on which date of Google you used.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
So basically what you're saying is there's no outdoor seating.
that's what the intention of the owner is. There is not any outdoor seating.
Any tables or chairs or stools proposed inside?
No, there are not.
Okay. All right. And then you would need a sign package to be submitted for the signage.
Again, we're not changing the structure, the size, the location of any of the signage, just the graphics.
Yeah, still need a sign packet.
Got it. Understood.
Okay,
That's all I have, Chairman.
okay, thank you, Mr. Depkin. Let's go to the council. We'll go in reverse order this time. Mr. Gibbons.
Yeah, if you could just go back to the interior. Okay, so I'm looking at the right side, I guess all the blank space kind of so
Yep.
that's all where the consumer would be coming through.
Through this door right here. Yep.
Okay, and I see a counter on the right side. So you're saying that there will not be any stools, chairs, anything for that?
That's a coffee station. That's where the coffee will be.
Okay, so you're getting your creamer and whatnot in that spot.
That is exactly right.
Okay, and then that door, I guess, next to number 7. So that's that's exterior. The other door is for the
Yes,
yeah.
that's to get to the work area behind. Yep.
Okay, so all that other area is all for the workers.
That's right. Here.
Okay. All right, so there's no seating proposed whatsoever in that area.
None.
Okay, and then I assume between those two sets of doors, I guess that's like a soda machine, like a refrigerator.
The number 7s?
No, go back. Yep, right there.
Those are just storage closets that are there now that we're going to remain.
Okay.
Well, that's actually the gas, the electric, and the
There you
water
go.
tie-ins.
Okay. So is there going to be like a soda counter, like a soda fridge or something like that in there?
So, soda fridge is number 7. Probably.
Number 7.
It over a little bit.
Okay, beverage fridge.
Yep.
All right, I think that's the questions I had for now. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gibbons. Ms. Levine?
Oh, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm good. No questions at this time. Everything's pretty straightforward so far.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Salva?
No questions either. Thank you very much.
Councilman Glass?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chinigo?
Nothing for me today, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Pfeffer?
Yeah, I have two quick ones, I think. I have gone by that location many, many times, and I do remember that there is some sort of bench or table outside of the laundry service. Will that be usable, or is it anticipated that that will be available to the bagel customers? So you can't really see it. I don't see it on this photograph, but I do recall that there's some kind of bench or table type of structure in front of the laundry service. Am I right about that?
Hi, Miss. May I answer this, please?
Yes, Paul, please.
How are you, Mr. Pfeffer?
Hi, good to see you.
Good as well. So that is just when people do their laundry, they sit out there. It's a welcoming area, and that's really what it was. When people do their laundromat, they're gonna sit there. There's those vertical stone walls. They're called seat walls. So back in the day when it was a little bit busier, people would enjoy out there waiting for their laundry. But that, as far as I'm concerned, could be removed. It's just a precast concrete that we had from a old park that we built way back when. It was just a perfect spot for it. But the bagel, there's just there's no plans, I don't think, for. He'll testify that.
Okay.
What his plans are.
The only concern that underlies my question is that customers from the bagel shop will go and sit out there, and then that will create trash, papers, napkins,
We'll remove it.
Yeah. Okay. The other question I had to do with the larger parking area. To tell you the truth, I go by there a lot, and I never even realized that parking area exists. So I'm wondering if your plan is to have any kind of signage for the bagel customers to know that there's this additional parking on the side of the building.
Mr. Pfeffer, do you mean on the north side?
Yes. No, the where you have six
South side.
spaces. Yeah.
South side.
Right.
Okay.
Those spaces are a little bit hidden if you're coming down, if you're coming south on Kinderkamack Road. And so, I mean, this is just a business decision on your part whether to have signage, but if you are going to have signage, then I think that triggers, certain regulatory requirements.
I think that's the problem, because when you look, you can see the county right of way is or the property line is actually the dark line. So there's no place really to put the signage. I think that as part of Mr. Norell's opening, et cetera, he'll have to educate his consumer for those that do pull into to park in that location.
Okay.
And-
Yeah. I mean, it was just a question of whether a sign or signage was anticipated as part of this application, but if not.
Not at this point,
That's
no.
fine. Okay. And I have no other questions, so thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Pfeffer. Ms. Boland?
Yes, I do have a few. When do you anticipate garbage pickup?
think-
As far as accessing the dumpster, if it's busy and there's people parking there, you will not be able to access that dumpster.
That's a question for Mr. Norell, so when he testifies, we'll have him cover that,
Okay.
if that's all right.
Yep. And then the other question is just, it's with the new use, I don't know if it triggers a requirement for ADA space or not. That might be a question for the engineer.
Okay, because there's the two memos have, well, actually, Mr. Barron says he's not sure whether it does or it doesn't. And Mr. Costa did indicate that there should be a handicap space. I think we've had this discussion before, and I think unless there's new construction, it's not required, but I'm not an architect, I'm not an engineer. But that's my recollection of previous applications and testimony that was given.
That's it for me.
Okay, Mr. Costa, Mr. Barons, do you have any input on that? Whether ADA?
Yeah, I think it's definitely how we, Chairman, it's definitely how we treated in the past. If there's no site improvements, if there's no building improvements, I don't think it's going to trigger anything on the exterior. So I don't think they would need even EV spaces or ADA at this point. Whatever exists, I believe would remain.
Okay, thank you. Mayor Papaleo.
Yeah, a couple of questions. I want to first say that, like Ms. Boland, I'm concerned about the garbage pickup. So I'll be glad to hear testimony of that, because it would look like that on the day, or if garbage pickup is during operation hours, that would take you from 10 spaces to 8 spaces. Also, so I'd like to hear a little bit about that. And second, in the parking lot, I'm only looking at Google because it didn't dawn on me to look for it earlier today. But is the current south parking lot, the one that's hidden from southbound traffic with the 6 spots, is it currently striped? Because it isn't in the 2002 Google Maps.
I could answer that. Mayor, how are you?
Good.
It is good. Thank you. It is striped. It's just very faded.
So
there is existing striped lines there.
Okay, I might suggest that it'd be a good idea to
repaint them. Absolutely, no question about it.
You would be able to maintain the 10 spots, because that's my concern. It's pre-existing, so I get that, but you want to make sure that all 6. I have another parking question. I don't know if it'd be answered now or later, but since the laundromat people would be coming and staying for an hour or two, is this sufficient parking for the bagel? And maybe some testimony on that, because if you have 2 or 3 people getting their laundry, using laundromat, well, now your spaces go from 10 to 7 or even less if there's garbage pickup. So maybe some testimony on that in the future. Can we go back to the inside, please?
Can I just answer the garbage real quick? In the past, we have Mondays and Thursday pickups, 5 a.m. They do 55 Kinnekumack. They do the rear of 70 Grand, and they also do Let It Grows. So they won't inhibiting any parking. They're done before opening.
That's very reassuring. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So if we could go inside to the proposed conditions. Now, this is a question I have. I don't know the answer to it, but is it required to have a bathroom availability in a bagel shop? In other words, if you're providing food, is a bathroom required? And if so, would you be walking the customers through the baking area, or would you be requiring them to go to the laundromat? And is the laundromat hours all the same? I don't know if a bathroom is required at a restaurant, but I've always seen it, so I just assume that it is.
Yeah, so not when it's not an eating and drinking establishment, where there's no eating and drinking on the premise.
Okay. So if there's no eating and drinking, then the bathroom is no longer required. Okay.
Correct.
That's good to know. I guess there's going to be a hood somewhere to exhaust the smells of the bakery.
Correct.
And are you doing like scrambled eggs or things like that? Are you doing like bagel with scrambled eggs and cream cheese and stuff like that?
The owner can testify to some of that, of the food preparation, but yes, there will be a hood and an exhaust with a filter.
I was going to ask about that filter. Is that filter simply for exhaust or for exhaust and smell?
And smell, or
Oh.
exhaust and smell.
Excellent. I was concerned about that. And those are all the questions I have right now.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Is there going to be someone, future or later testimony, Mr. Barrett, around the calculations for the required parking? Or is that something we address with the architect?
No, I mean, I think Mr. Costas has, well, both Mr. Behrens and Mr. Costa had some information regarding that. We did not do an independent calculation in light of the fact that the uses were approved previously. It was, 2 retail uses. I mean, this is really a retail use. It's not a restaurant. So the variances that were granted in 1993 probably apply in this instance. Because again, it is essentially a retail store. They are required to have a food handler's license. They are going to create the product on site, but again, they're selling it. It's not for on-site consumption. So as a result, I think that the variance that was granted in 93 would carry over because we have essentially 2 retail uses.
Okay, well, I guess I'm trying to just understand it. I mean, if I look at the Coast Engineering report, the new 1,145 square foot area needs 8 parking spaces, right? And there's a total of 10. So doesn't the fact that you're putting those 8 for the new bagel store create a deficit for the laundromat?
Well, again, the property was granted a variance in 1993 to provide 9 parking spaces. There are actually 10 now, and it was for 2 retail uses. Though that variance carries, notwithstanding the change in use, because it continues to be retail.
Okay, so it's an existing non-conforming condition, is that?
Well, right, on which, or, yeah, and the variance was granted in 93 with the same space, the same uses essentially. And that was, that was the outcome of the hearings back then.
Okay, I understand the position. Thank you. Okay, you had other presentation you wanted to make?
Yes, I'd like to call upon the proposed operator of the bagel store.
Okay, please do, Miss.
I'm just going to ask Mr. Folletti to stop sharing briefly
Oh, sure.
so I can see everyone.
He may want to reference some drawings here, but you let me know.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right.
Mr.
All right,
Norell,
Mr. Norell, if you please raise
unmute.
your right hand.
Let him unmute first.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
please raise your right hand. Oh, signal. All right, I think I froze, but
Well, we're hearing you.
I might be back.
No, you didn't.
All right.
freeze. I can see you.
Okay. Everyone else was frozen. If you please raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, and please state your name and address for the record.
Kenneth Norrell, 27 Landmark Lane, Fairlawn, New Jersey, 07410.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Norell, how are you going to use the space?
How I'm gonna use the space as a
Yes,
bagel
sir.
shop, retail bagel shop. No eating, no dining, anything like that. Just come and go.
Okay, and how many employees do you propose to have?
8 on any given day. 4 to start about 4 a.m. to prepare for opening, which will be around 5 o'clock. And then about 6 o'clock, 2 more. and then about 7 o'clock, 2 more for closing, which we will be closing around 2:30. Doors will be shut around 2:30, but everything will be finished by 3, cleanup and everything like that.
And you and I have discussed how, for those employees who do drive, where are they gonna park?
There's a parking lot across the street where the train is at, and I'm gonna get permits for all employees that drive, myself and all employees.
And did you investigate on-street parking on Ackerson Street?
Yes, up until 9 o'clock during the week, and on the weekend, you can park all day long.
Okay. Now, what about deliveries? How are supplies going to be delivered?
Probably the flour that we need it would be 1 delivery on the weekends, probably Saturday. And most of the stuff I can get myself through with my vehicles, like through Costco's and BJ's and things like that. So it's only going to be 1 major delivery a week.
And do you have any idea what kind of truck they use to deliver the flour?
I can't name the size of the truck, but it's not a very large truck. It's like maybe a little bit bigger than a van.
So like a box truck?
Something like that, yes.
Okay. It's not a tractor trailer.
No, no way.
Okay. So you already testified to the hours of operation, 5 until 2:30, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we've already had testimony from Mr. Imparato as to the garbage pickup and you understand that they come generally twice a week.
They come Monday and Thursday at 5 a.m. and we'll make provisions to make sure they can pick up. And at 5 a.m. we just open it up, so it won't be many customers there at that time. And also, I guess Mr. Imparato can also testify that we have agreed during my hours of operation, his business is mainly going to be commercial. So after I close down, that's when he will start his retail part. So most of the parking or all of the parking will be for the bagel shop during my hours of operations.
Okay. Now, if the need for additional garbage removal is required, you'd be willing to provide that on the
Yes,
same conditions, again, 5 o'clock in the morning, so that it doesn't interfere with the business, et cetera?
Yes, of course.
Okay. See if I have anything else.
I would also like to state, a lot of the customers during that time of the morning is for the train, so it'll be transit. And I'm also going to deliver across to the transit area. So that would eliminate people coming into the shop and driving and have to drive and park and then go over to transit. So it'll be delivery over there. So
how are they gonna place their orders?
I'll have on my website or a QR code or call in, and hopefully that'll be a good thing so they can call in and have the orders prepared. So when they pull up to the train, we will be there delivering it to them.
Okay. And did you do any investigation with the borough of the number of accidents or traffic in that area?
Yes, I spoke to the police department and they referred me to Oprah, and they gave me a paper that I gave to you. I guess you submitted it, that there have been no pedestrian accidents at all. Over the past 3 years, there's been maybe 1 or 2 vehicle accidents, but that's just had nothing to do with the laundromat or pedestrians, anything like that.
Okay. Could you go into a little more detail perhaps on the you're going to do other deliveries as well besides?
Yes, I'll have a website where I deliver outside to the businesses around and to locals. So I will be doing deliveries alone myself, and then as the business picks up, then I'll add on a couple of the other delivery services.
I see. Okay. I don't think I have anything else this time for Mr. Norrell.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barrett.
Okay,
you
Yeah,
have any
most of my questions were answered. So just to confirm about the delivery vehicles, would those be commercially marked or like just a regular passenger vehicle or van or something like
You
that?
mean my delivery vehicles?
Correct.
Well, I have to go through the insurance, so it'd probably be commercial. I'm not exactly sure if I could do, keep it on my, personal insurance, but I'll have to investigate that one.
All right. The comment just pertains to the overnight parking of commercial vehicles. I think that technically requires a variance. So if you're bringing it at home, if you're bringing it to home overnight, then it's a non-issue. But if you're going to keep it parked somewhere, that might.
Nah, because it's one of, like, I have a few vehicles and I was going to use one of those, and I was just going to transition the insurance over to commercial if I needed to do that. But if I don't need to do that, I will be bringing it home.
Got it. Okay. And with respect to the permit parking, so I believe the lot across the street is actually an NJ Transit owned parking facility. Have you ensured with them that there is availability for that?
Yes, I called them and asked them how many parking permits I can get for one account, and they told me at least 5. So I would get 5 automatically, and every employee that has a vehicle, I would have them get a permit themselves, and of course I would pay for it out of the company's budget.
All right, so there's enough there for what you need.
Yes, it's like about 300 to 400 parking spaces over there.
Got it. Just going through my list of questions here. Bear with me. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. Mr. Costa, any questions for Mr. Norrell?
Yeah, River Edge also has a parking lot down by the train station. A little further walk.
We do. It fronts what, Hackensack Ave, I think.
Hackensack Avenue.
Right, on the other side of the tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Norrell, I see the gym equipment in the background. So a further walk, I'm sure it wouldn't bother you at all.
No, not at all. I try to work out as often as possible.
Thank you. Now that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Depkin, any questions?
Nothing at this time, Chairman.
Okay. Let's go to the board. Mayor, do you have any concerns, issues, questions?
I do. So I'm wondering if we could have some testimony on how the food is going to be going from the store to the train station platform. Is that going to be a vehicle or is that going to be someone crossing the street? And if it's going to be a vehicle, is that vehicle going to be parked in one of the 10 spaces? And if so, that's a reduction in spaces. And so there really won't be 10 spaces for customers. There will be 9. And we could have some comment on that.
Oh, well, there's not going to be a vehicle delivery across the street. I'm aware of the traffic conditions, so myself or any employee that will be delivering will walk down to I forgot the name of the street, but to the traffic light and cross the street, Grand Avenue, and cross the street properly and take it over to the parking lot. So it won't be no vehicle delivery; it'll be foot traffic.
Okay. I think that covers my questions. And I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Ms. Boland.
No questions.
Okay, Mr. Pfeffer.
Nothing from me. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Canigo.
Yeah, just a couple of things. I'm just, again, I know you just answered it, and I appreciate that they'll be delivering by foot. I just worry about a delivery person saying, oh, I can just run across the street because it's directly across. It's very simple. I'm looking at a map, an overhead map on Google of the area. So I just really hope that you guys do stick to that going to Grand Avenue.
If I don't mind, if you don't mind, I'm definitely going to stick to that. I already bought vests and everything with our logo on it. So to make sure, and all employees will know not to do that because I don't want any type of issues or problems or pedestrians getting hurt because I know people do what they want.
Well, I take that train every day, so I look forward to it, and I appreciate you.
Hopefully, you'll be a customer.
Yeah, absolutely. But the second thing that concerns me a little bit, I know that the lots, even in the dead days of August, are mostly full. The rear lot, not so much in August, but come September 1st, it's going to be packed. So I'm not sure that you have 5 spots available. Did you speak to somebody at Park America or you just?
Yes, I did. I called Park America and they told me all I got to do, I can get 5 permits and just mail it into them and they'll send the 5 permits. And I understand that it's 2 different areas, one behind the track and one in front. And the one behind the track, I went over there a few times just to investigate. And that one is mainly, it's not that crowded in the back. So that's where I would park my vehicles and my employees would park their vehicles and keep away because I want the customers to have the convenience, not me.
I'll tell you this. I park there every day in the rear lot because by the time I go to the train at 8 in the morning, the front lot is completely packed and there's no parking in the front lot. The rear lot does get packed, and when there is snow, most of those spots on the sides disappear. So I find it odd because from what I hear, there aren't available spots. Even though you have the availability of up to 5 spots, that doesn't mean that the spots are available. They'll sell them if they're available. So I have concerns about that. I don't believe that the spots are really available. Maybe they are, but.
What do you think about 5 a.m. though, at 5 a.m.?
What I think is that the people who buy the spots may not go at 5 a.m. So yes, the spots may be there at 5 a.m. What I'm saying is they may not be available for purchase. I have friends who have been on a waiting list for purchase and spots in that area. So even though it may look that it's empty, it may be people who are commuting 3 days a week who bought the spot for 5 days a week because you don't have choice as to how many days a week you buy the spot.
Well, what they do when
Yeah, for a fact, I don't want to argue about this. All I'm saying is it raises concerns and flags in my head because I know how that lot is because I've been commuting in that lot for the past 20 years every single day. So
okay, what I did when I called them, they told me it's like I think it's every quarterly that you have to pay, and the first payment for the first quarter is September, and they said as long as I send the payment in by then, I will have the 5 spots. So I did investigate. I did talk to them to make sure that
that's if you have a quarterly spot, correct? I have a yearly.
No, but it said I could.
I pay once at the beginning of the year, so I.
No, they said I could
a
buy.
lot of other people do that as well. Okay.
They were saying I could buy quarterly or more, but I would buy it yearly. So I could pay for what I want. But if I only want it quarterly, then I could do quarterly. But if I want more, I make the full payment and keep it yearly.
I think we're discussing 2 different things here. So again, I don't know that there's available spots, even though they do sell up to 5 spots per household, for example. Do you understand the difference? So I'm not sure that there are available spots, but there may be available. It's a concern of mine. That's all.
Okay.
Especially because we're talking about all these limited parking spots.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Piego. Councilman.
I do have a question. It's actually for Mr. Debkin, just because I'm not sure how the ordinance reads. I noticed on one of the storefront windows, there is signage or lettering. And I was wondering if Mr. Debkin could just remind us about what the requirements are if the bagel shop is planning on adding lettering or any type of signage to their storefront window, if there's any restrictions there that they just need to be made aware of or similar. Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot. I'm guessing you have that on the top of you, off your.
That's okay. That's
off
okay.
the
20% is allowed in the window for any type of signage. You can't cover a door. You can put some lettering in there, but you have to be able to see through the door as you're going in or out. But it's 20% per window space. You can't total, all your signage onto one window area, but it's 20% per window pane or area, separate area.
Terrific. Thank you. Just for awareness. Appreciate it.
Okay.
I have no further questions.
Good. Thank you, Councilman. Mr. Gibbons.
No, I don't have any questions right now. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Salva.
No questions. Thank you.
You and Ms. Levine.
None at this time.
Okay. I have one question, Mr. Monreal. Assuming that the worst happens and the parking over at the lot does not work out as expected, any contingency, any alternate solutions that you're aware of they might be able to take, or obviously you need to make the commitment that it's not going to default to, okay, well, we couldn't get the spaces, so we'll have to use some of our parking spots.
Okay. Well, I myself, I wouldn't even bring my vehicle. I can get dropped off. My wife can drop me off, or my daughter can drop me off. So my vehicle would be eliminated completely. The only vehicle, if it was an issue with the parking lot, which I don't see because like I said, I spoke to them. But if it was an issue, the only car that would be parked there would be the delivery car. Other than that, I would speak to my employees and they would have to make other arrangements to come to work.
Okay. Any other comments or questions from the board or professionals? Okay.
Just getting very hungry with all this talk about bagels. That's about it.
Well, I will deliver. So wherever you're at.
Thank you.
Questions will you deliver tonight? Ms. Sand, I guess we should open to the public. Is there anyone? from the public?
Yeah, if Mr. Barrett doesn't have any other witnesses.
I
No?
don't.
Let me just check. There are no other members of the public present, so there being none, we can move on.
Okay. That being is, can I get a motion for the
Just,
variance?
Mr. Chairman, I just have a question for our professionals, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'm not sure who best to answer this, but it was testified that this is a retail use. Do our professionals agree that this is a retail use?
So based on the prior approval, the variance for the parking would remain, and there was testimony that there's not going to be any eat-in, dine-in service at the restaurant or at the bagel shop, and they wouldn't be able to because they don't have the restroom accessibility. So based on that, it would be, my opinion is that it would be more similar to like the 7-Eleven, where it's like a retail, even though that you can get made to order things, the parking would be based on whatever the prior approval was.
Okay, so you would agree that this would be a retail space and the parking would be sufficient for the parking variances that were given in 93 should apply here, and this would be considered a same use. So we should not be looking at this as a McDonald's or a pizza shop that they're eating inside, right? That's
my understanding, and that was the representations that were made by the applicant. And if they change their operations to have stools or have people sitting outside or anything like that, then I think that would trigger return to the board for further review.
Mhm.
And I don't know if Mr. Barrett agrees.
I do, if that were to occur.
Yeah.
And Mr. Costa, I believe that's the way you laid out the option in your engineering report as well, isn't it?
If you're asking me, if it went in and out, I apologize. But
Oh, yeah,
again, there's two things. Yeah, does it carry forward? Obviously, if it's retail, Marina seems to think so. But then you need the practical. If it is successful, you've heard testimony, there's 10 spots. There's parking after 10. I don't go to the train station, so I can't weigh in on that, whether there are spaces there or not. I don't know, as far as the River Edge lot, whether or not there's any spaces available there. So we'd have to find that out tomorrow.
Right.
Um,
But as far as the application of this as a retail space and the continuation of the prior variance that was awarded, you're in agreement with that?
I would say based on that, I would say yes. Even though it is a food use, I would say yes. I don't think we heard testimony. Is it just bagels, in and out, coffee, see you later, or
Just bagels, in and out.
no grill, nothing like that.
Oh, it's gonna
No
be
egg
grilled, 'cause
sandwiches?
I gotta, cook eggs, sandwiches, things like that. But
Okay, so
it's gonna be quick. It'll be quick in and out. No one sitting down, no chairs, no nothing. And that thing that's outside that Paul and Brado spoke about, that will be removed. So it won't be any reason to sit there or stand there or anything like that. They will come get their product and they would leave.
Okay. I mean, that's the testimony. Obviously, if it changes or obviously, if anything changes, if there, if it becomes people sitting outside eating, so on and so forth, you'd have to return to the board. That would be my opinion.
That would be strictly prohibited. I would even put signage if it's necessary to make sure that they understand that there's no lingering around, no loitering or anything like that. And like I said, I'll make it easy for the commuters. Well, I will deliver across to the lot and do other deliveries to the businesses around and to the public. So to make sure nobody sits around in the restaurant and make sure there's no chairs, no stools or anything like that.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? No. Okay, that being the case, can I get a motion on the application for variance for 55 Kinderkamak Road, KCK Bagel Shop?
I can make the motion. So make the motion for block, I believe if this is correct, block 208, lot 12. Is that accurate?
No.
14, block 1413, lot 5.
Okay. So block 5, lot 1314. Did I say that correct?
Block 1413, lot 5.
1413. Okay. For the KCK Bagel Shop for food handler's license, stipulating that there would be no indoor or outdoor seating. And what other provisions did we have in there, Ms. Denley?
So just to clarify, it's site plan approval for retail food establishment. That was just the change of vernacular that the county requested us to continue with, but the conditions were that the applicant would or the owner would provide confirmation or certificates of approval regarding the health and environmental cleanup from the prior dry cleaning use, that the applicant would submit a signage packet to the borough. The outdoor seating area would be removed. The parking lot area will be repainted for striping purposes. No indoor dining or in-service eating would occur on premises. There'll be no commercial vehicles parked overnight on the property. And if operations change, then that would trigger a return to the board or borough for additional approvals.
Can we also
Thank you.
add that our understanding is that none of the bagel shop employees will park their vehicles on the premises?
Yes.
And was there a condition that we would do screening for the new mechanicals if needed? Or
I don't think that was.
It sounded like it wasn't necessary based on the testimony as far as the location. I mean, I'll defer to the applicant whether or not.
yeah, I guess the question is, if necessary, would
I
you?
believe they were only talking about adding some fans for the new bagel machines and whatnot.
Would
Like-
the applicant be willing to work with the borough and screen that if necessary, if it's visible from the sidewalks on the street?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'd just like to testify, it's a parapet going around the three sides. So the only side that is open, it would be on the, I guess that's the western side. So the only ones looking at those fans would be the same people that have been looking at those air conditioning units for many years. So I don't think they're gonna notice some fans, but there's parapets. You can't see, it's very hard to see anything from the store, from driving down Kinnicamack right now, because there's, like I said, there's a 3-foot parapet.
Yeah, so my motion would include all of those stipulations mentioned.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Again, I didn't see who that was.
Is that Mr. Pfeffer?
Okay, thank you,
Yep.
Mr. Pfeffer.
Yes.
I guess this is a roll call vote.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Ms. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Cray,
Yes.
Mr. Kanigo,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeffer,
Yes.
Mr. Gibbons,
Yes.
Councilman Glass,
Yes.
Mr. Salva,
Yes.
and Ms. Levine.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Have a
Yeah.
nice Labor Day
Congratulations.
weekend.
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Yeah.
Enjoy,
Good luck.
Good
everybody.
luck, Ken.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you all. And now, I guess the council, we can move on to our next order of business, which is discussion of the HVAC ordinance and changes, concerns on that. I was not present for the prior conversation, so I'm not sure how far we got with it or what the goal for tonight is. So, finally, if you could kind of bring me up to speed on it.
Yes, so at the last meeting, there was an application that included an HVAC ground mounted air conditioning unit. And it was to be placed only like about half a foot away from the dwelling. The current ordinance requires accessory structures to be at least 5 feet away from a single family dwelling. And for the purposes of setbacks, HVAC equipment is included as an accessory structure. It was raised that can having the air conditioning unit 5 feet away from the house can create its own problems with
Sure.
trying to keep maintenance and issues arising from that. So I think a discussion was needed or requested on what the board wanted to do about that.
So currently, then the zoning requirement would be that it has to be kept 5 feet off the main structure?
That was my understanding.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes, please.
So Mr. Demkin, if I remember right, brought this up and was concerned about this. And I had said that the council would be interested, would be willing to consider correction to our ordinances. So maybe if we ask Mr. Demkin to speak to this and what he would recommend, this body could then consider it and recommend it to the council.
Okay, Mr. Depkin, you're on.
Okay, thank you. Did everyone receive the document that I sent?
Don't-
Generators, yard, ground mounted? No?
I did not. Well, if I did, I didn't notice. I didn't get to see it.
No, I never received it.
I don't believe I got anything.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, but I'm double checking.
I did not.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll send it tomorrow. I thought I did. Basically, the fact that if you're having your air conditioners away, I think maybe the intent was it can't be any further than 5 feet away. Most generators are against the building. You just need enough area for servicing, and the same with the generators. The generators, give off more noise when they go into test modes. And I think the fact that they should, what I did state is the air conditioners do not extend more than 4 feet into the side yard or rear yard, and need to be at least 7 feet away from the property line. That's what we have in the other municipality. The fact that your side yards are a little bit smaller, I think you would want to tweak that a little bit, and maybe have a discussion on that. But As far as the generators are concerned, I would highly recommend that they're close to the structure. And if you want to put an amount as far as it can go, then we can do so. The same with generators. There's requirements in regards to generators and in regards to how close they can be to combustible materials. So that goes a lot of times by the installation guide of the generator itself. But a norm is like 3 feet, somewhere in that area. You don't want it to go further into the side yard or rear yard, because then you're presenting a noise element to, say, a neighbor. So you want to sort of give that some consideration. I think that the decibel level, keep that at a level of 72, and that's normally what the residential generators tend to be. You want to do a test mode cycle. They can be put on a timer and have them, timed off, say Monday through Friday between 9 and 6 p.m., something on that order. So it doesn't go off early in the morning or later in the evening. But that basically is the gist of the document that I thought I submitted. But I can do that. I can do that tomorrow.
So, Mr. Cray, may I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
So, Mr. Demkin, if you can cut and paste to the webinar chat, you can put in the language that you were suggesting from a memo that we didn't get for whatever reason, so that the body could consider it as either a whole or part, and then I think discussion and debate would be more fruitful. Are you capable of doing that?
At this time, no.
Okay. Then another suggestion I might have, Ms. Demkin, if you just go through each of your recommendations and the body opines upon each of your recommendations, which would be a revision of our current ordinance. If not, then I guess the body can discuss it, but not very fruitfully. It would be.
Okay, I can read it off. So under section 416-13 yard regulations and or 416-13 accessory building and structures, I have ground mounted air conditioners shall be located in the rear or side yard of a main building or structure only, and provide further that they do not extend more than 4, I put a question mark, 4 feet. Again, the fact that the side yards are smaller, then I think you want to, choose, the amount into a side or rear yard and no closer than 7 feet to a property line. Any existing unit located in the front yard may be replaced at its current location, provided that the ground-mounted unit is screened by mature shrubbery, and rooftop air conditioners, mechanical units shall be screened from view. That was for the ground-mounted air conditioners.
Now, how is that different from our current ordinance?
Very, very similar.
Mr. Cray, do you mind me leading on this? I hope I'm not stepping on your toes.
You want me to read off generator also, or?
No, I think one
Mayor,
by one.
can I ask a question real quick? Just a general question. Is this something that needs to be done today for some timeliness?
No.
I mean, honestly, I prefer to read this stuff and think about it and understand it, and like doing it like, listening to it, like my brain is not processing it at this point. Like I'm not really, I can sit here and nod for you guys if that's what you want, but I'd rather just kind of read it and then we can actually talk about it seriously at the next meeting.
And I'd make a motion as a member of the body to carry this over to the next meeting.
I second that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will send this. I apologize. I thought I did have it as an attachment, but I will send it out tomorrow.
Yeah, Mr. Duncan, could you send out the current language as well as the changes you're recommending?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Cray, we didn't get a vote.
Yeah, well, we had a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed, any abstain? Nope, then it is carried over to the next meeting. That concludes everything on the agenda. Is there any other items that need to be?
I don't know
brought
what
to-
the protocol is, but maybe Mr. Depkin wants to send it to Mr. Alter and he can distribute it, right?
That's what I will do.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. There being no other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting
Good night,
adjourned.
everyone.
Thank you all.
Good night, everyone. Happy
Everyone.
Labor Day.
Sure.
Yes.
Good night.
Let me sneak